What's up, everybody? It's Vicious here, and I have quite a few topics I want to talk about today. First one is going to be this big man baby here. He talks about having pronouns in Starfield. It's all over the Twitter, social medias, and all that, and I just want to talk about it a bit. And there's some other stuff I want to talk about, like have video games fallen off, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to get into it because this I might cover for quite some time. So let's get into it.
I just want to say something to you, Bethesda. I just want to say a little something. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off. Fuck that. Bethesda. There is nothing I love more than to sit down, comfy chair, turn on my PC, fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself. Think, oh my god, just think of this world. Just think of all the planets I can visit, all the immersive things that I can get involved with, all the fights, all the relationships, all the people I meet, all the places I go. I'm so excited to go there. And I love nothing more than, with all of that laid out in front of me, I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Because that's all we fucking know! Because we're boring! We're so fucking boring! We can't see past our own fucking reflection! That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Western Game Company! Fuck your immersion. Fuck you having a good time. Fuck you falling into a world and just getting lost. No, no, no. Current fucking day. Fuck off. You're boring. You're fucking dull. You have nothing to say. You are a one-hived mind twat waffle. That's all you fucking are. And you wonder why people are getting so fucking sick and tired. You take everything we love, all our immersions, all our fantasies, all our escapism, and you just can't help shovel your dog shit, fucking crap ideology into everything, every single solitary fucking thing.
And then he continues to play the game. Anyway, so there's a lot to say about this clip, and I'm going to try and keep it brief because it connects to a wider swath of things that I want to talk about, right? So he's very upset that you could choose your pronouns or what you want to be referred to in Starfield, which that's not really that crazy of a thing. This has been happening since before this era where we got to make a big thing out of things that have been around for centuries and in some cases a millennia. Hell, I think and not in Soul Calibur, but in many character creators, they allow you to put yourself. Make it so you can refer to your character as he, him, she, her, they, them. In some cases, there's no preference. And this has happened for quite some time. Hogwarts Legacy had it. I seen somebody on Twitter try to, say, yeah, all the conservatives missed this part of the game. And you know what? I'm a leftist, but I'm going to go ahead and say that I feel like bringing up Hogwarts Legacy to sort of, solidify your point that, conservatives are ridiculous and stupid. That's good, but also at the same time, you shat on the game because J.K. Rowling, it's made off of her property or whatever. And I think that that's a little odd and off base because you didn't buy the game then, you didn't even, how did you even know that, right? You had to find that out from somebody that you probably ostracized, and not all leftists have done that, just the really, off base ones, I would say. But yeah, this dude's a fucking clown. Obviously, he got so mad about this. You know, I can never like imagine being like this fucking like having those little of issues where, you know, I had to fucking get mad at somebody like giving me the option to like you know, refer to my character as they them. That's insane, bro. That is fucking insane. You know, if you fill out a job application online nowadays, they will ask you what your pronouns are. Will you just not fill out the application then? These motherfuckers are gonna die of starvation because they won't be able to like pay their bills because they have a fucking job application that says, do you want to be referred to as he, him, she, her, they, them, or it doesn't matter, you know? Like, and everybody has a preferred pronoun. I am a hetero male and I like to be referred to as a male. I'm not gonna be shitty if you call me a girl. That's something that dudes do as a as like a put down, like, you know, just to trying to clown people. But, you know, I do prefer to be called a male. And if you call me a girl just to, you know, do this weird conservatism point, then, you know, I'm just gonna like ignore it, like, whatever. But this dude is just so fucking wrapped up in this, man. Also, going back to the job application thing, they also ask you what you would like to be referred to as for your name. So, like, what is that? Do you get mad at that too? Like, imagine filling out a job application and you fill out your name. My name is Van, right? So, what the hell? You think I'm going to get pissed off? They ask me what I want to be referred to as, but other than Van? Like, that would be fucking ridiculous. This is the world that people like this live in. And it's not just him. No siree. It is not just him. It is Melanie Mac. Go boom. Melanie Mac is racist. I don't know why I don't know why I searched that, but Melanie Mac go boom being fucking racist. She's racist and she hates pronouns. This is a person. You know what? I started on a video, but I never published it because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to publish this because I'm clowning on these people too hard and they're going to try to like get this taken down. Like, look at Melanie Mac go boom, right? She's fucking skinny, bro. She's skinny. Like, and she talks about people being unattractive. Like, dude, you have medium size. I'm not even going to mention it because, you know what? I want to stay on YouTube. You don't have thick thighs. It doesn't even matter if you have a thigh gap. Like, so what? You're just a fucking, like, a normal ass Starbucks bitch. That's what you look like, right? And then we have, I don't even remember the other one. Vara Dark. Yeah, Vara Dark. Jesus Christ. What is going on now? Early access of 2023's Game of the Year. See, she didn't get the fucking memo. That's the problem. This is scheduled for 8 p.m. Oh, man. You know what? I might have to restream this. Wait. 8 p.m. on the 5th? This is the 5th. This says upcoming. What is going on here? I'm going to thumb it down. I can't believe this bitch has 68K followers. I'm not finna tune in for that shit right now, though. But anyway... So, what else is happening? Grand Theft Auto 6 loses veteran writer. Could it be a Saints Row reboot disaster for Rockstar? I still don't know what's going on with Saints Row. Hans, I asked him what's going on with Saints Row, and this motherfucker told me that, you know, it's about college, and, like, that's, like, the main thing. Like, look at Vara Dark, man. She looks like fucking trash, and she's always wearing the same outfit. It's funny how she says that Japan is roasting Western characters. Japan doesn't fucking do that. Like, she probably found some fringe article, and that's the problem with people like this. They find fringe articles, and they try and find something to latch onto for you to hate instead of loving something because they can't love things. Really, they can't really have a connection with something that they like and just share how much they like it because they want drama like this, right? Like this dude, what the fuck is his name? Babyface. Heels v Babyface. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but he's fucking strange. He had a meltdown over pronouns. What do you think this bitch does when she's not on camera? Like, she's literally just so fucking mad at people for making Western women and making Western women look realistic. She wants women to look like Tifa from Final Fantasy VII art books and shit. And it's weird. It's a weird thing, especially since, bitch, look at you. Every single video, she's wearing the same fucking color. She has that same haircut style, same haircut. She doesn't do anything with it. And, like, she's, like, telling people that they're ugly. Like, bitch, you have no style. Get the fuck out of here. You have no style. You're not that attractive. And I ratioed her on Twitter because I said she looked like fucking Roz Monster Inc. Sorry, Monsters Inc. Roz. This is what the fuck Vara Dark looks like. She looks like this off camera, right? You can't see the rest of her, but this is what Vara Dark looks like. She looks like exactly like this. Look at this fucking face, and then look at this face. And look at what she said in the video. Japan roasts Western characters. Ugly Western female game characters. I wasn't intending on going in on her, but I had to do it. And let's see here. There's another guy who does this in Demian TV. This guy is fucking strange, man. So, they hate him. Starfield Pronoun backlash goes nuclear, plus players are demanding refunds from Bethesda. See, he intended on doing this. Like, these people get a lot of fucking people to hate one thing or a couple of things that honestly leftists like me stand for. And they just, I don't know. Like, I don't understand, like, what this is supposed to do. Xbox is dying. Hey, look at this right here. Way too sexy. Woke feminist journalist demands you accept ugly fat women. Shadow Heart is too sexy for gaming. Dude, Shadow Heart is like kind of mid. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she is okay. I don't even think she's the best out of all of them. Honestly, Karlak looks good. She's just buff, I guess. You know, but Endymion TV. I love how he has the gall to call somebody fucking ugly and fat. Like, look at this motherfucker, man. You think that this dude isn't a fucking wide body by this picture? Do you think he has a wide body or you think this nigga is skinny? Nah. And you can't see this, but he actually has like fucking piercings on his like, I think eyebrows and his fucking nose. Like, bro, you sus as hell. Don't even fucking start. And the best part about this, racist. Hold on a second. I gotta see this. The best part about this is it's funny because he's clowning on this game because you could choose your pronouns. But watch this. Hold on. This is the video I was going to do a video on. So Baldur's Gate 3. He was sucking Baldur's Gate 3 off. He was sucking, like visibly sucking it off. And the reason why he was sucking it off is because of all the content. And let me be completely honest with you. All right. Baldur's Gate, I got it after like this video, and honestly it's a good game. I would give it, like, so far in my experience, I give it an 8. It's filled with bugs like Cyberpunk was, but it's filled with bugs. It's filled with you know, a lot of like arbitrary things. Like, evidently in D&D you can go up to level 20, but in Baldur's Gate you can go up to level 12. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you were playing this game on console, I would feel so bad for you because I got mods that give you more spell slots, that give you, you know, a boost in XP, have the XP requirements, and it makes the game so much more fun. And really, I'm giving it an 8 based off of that. If I had to go through Baldur's Gate with no mods, that shit would be like a 7.5. I like it a lot. It's fun, but the grind would be too much. And honestly, the content isn't fun enough to like make me like sit down and be like, oh yeah, I want to fucking grind this shit out all day. I want to find a new quest. Like, it has a lot of content. It's a good game, but this is not a review. Let's take a look at this.
It's Endymion, and I was planning on covering something else.
Hold on. Compares tieflings to people of color. Oh my god. So this is about the video, not specifically about my video, but it's covering the topic that I covered on a couple days ago, or was it a week ago? It's about how tieflings can be likened to people of color because of the strife that they go through and the racism that they face early on in the game, because they do face racism. If you play as a tiefling, people will be racist towards you, and that happens with a lot of characters, which that's some context that I guess I could have provided. A lot of characters are different races, and they get discriminated against at several points of the game. You know, if you're an elf, you will be discriminated against at some point. If you are a tiefling, you'll be discriminated against. There's discrimination, you know. And what happened was somebody got upset because evidently they go through it at work. They want to come home and they don't want to go through that. And honestly, my opinion was, I think the best thing to do is like have them have a different understanding, talk them through it. Like, this doesn't have to affect your real life experience. You can just take it as the devs, like take it as a nod from the devs saying, we get it. And it's in here, but you see how it works in here. and hopefully people will see how it works in here and apply this to real life and understand that there is a problem with the system. Honestly, that's how I take it. That's how I interpret it. I could be wrong, but it's a video game and there are video game races. There's not much more I can add to that. But obviously, this fucking dork isn't going to put that much thought into the video. Let's hear what he says.
People, myself included, are mixed race. So in D&D's official rules,
oh my god, I hate this shit. So he's doing the Tim Pool. So Tim Pool, if you don't know him, he's like a political commentator. He's like 1/4 Asian, and he's like, I'm mixed. So people hate me too. Like, you bitch nigga, you fucking go on the side of people that do hate you, you fucking coon. Like, those people would sooner see you hang than to fucking hear an opinion that you really have about something. If they had your fucking people outside the house, like fucking teeth down on the fucking curb, and you said, well, wait a second, they would fucking kick your face in first, you dumb bitch. Look at this motherfucker.
Not allowed.
Fat, bro, he calls people fat. This nigga is big too.
Balkan white person, and the other part of me is more Middle Eastern like.
More Middle Eastern like.
What these woke designers and commenters like lists on Twitter, that's
bro. You know what? After he said that he was part Middle Eastern, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that, yeah, bro. Like, nobody, the people that you're trying to appeal to don't fucking like you.
This conversation don't realize is that it's not the player base at large that is racist or full of microtransactions. By the way, I hate that term a lot. But anyway, it's actually the people pushing these changes that are more racist than those they challenge. Being a tiefling in Baldur's Gate is not...
This is like a classic, like, racist white person strategy, by the way. Instead of, like, really taking what somebody is saying about a subject in stride and, like, saying, you know what? All right, I'm going to take this information. I'm going to provide some other information back. They're just basically saying, no, you. Endymion is a fucking idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But this is easy. This is how you get a lot of people because, again, remember, positive content doesn't get people to like you. Negative content does. Endymion has 171k subs.
Living akin to a black person. Nor should playing an orc make you in any capacity believe they are fantasy African people. If you do think that way, surprise, that's probably racist. But it's...
That made no fucking sense. You know what I mean? Like, if you liken, like, yeah, sure, it would be racist if you were white and said that this orc is a fucking black. Then yeah, that would be racist. But if you're black and you can see that orcs are treated differently and you liken them to like your own race, what does that say about society? Like, that's something that he's missing, right? He's not providing like the broader context because this motherfucker doesn't listen to his Middle Eastern side. He listens to his white side, which is fine. You know, I'm not saying all white people are racist, but I am saying that there are definitely mixed people that are racist against their own people. I know a black girl at work. I'm sorry, she's mixed, but she doesn't claim black people really because her dad was black or some shit. Her dad was black and she didn't really have a lot to do with her dad. And I guess that turned her on black people, you know? So she's with Blue Lives Matter. She doesn't care about Black Lives Matter. It's like, you fucking cunt. Don't you realize your son is part black? I mean, he passes as white. He looks like he's a fucking quarter black. Honestly, he doesn't even look a quarter black. I mean, he has like blonde, wavy hair and shit. Like, dude, you don't fucking care, and he's not gonna fucking care. So, like, you're breeding more people to hate your own kind. You know, just because you don't like your dad, which is fucking childish. You know what I mean? But anyway, there's not much more I want to say about Endymion besides he's a fucking idiot. He's talking about how Baldur's Gate 3 proves modern gaming is getting worse because of all the content, but he doesn't want to talk about the pronoun conversation in this video because you definitely look. Here's something in Baldur's Gate, spoiler alert: when you create your character, you can make your character, you can have the pronouns as he, him, they, them, she, her, and you can change regardless of what you have. You can give them a penis or a fucking vagina, dude. Like, that's how Baldur's Gate is. That's how a lot of games are. That's how a lot of games have been. I mean, not so many games let you change your penis or vagina, but like Cyberpunk did that shit, right? And games before Cyberpunk most assuredly did stuff like that, you know, where you could call yourself whatever you want. You know, and as I mentioned before, I've seen job applications when I was in middle school. I'm sorry, not middle school, high school, and I was looking for jobs. You know, they asked me what would I prefer to be called? He, they, you know what I mean, stuff like that. I don't understand like why this is such a big thing now. But you know, I'm done with this. The only thing I can say is this guy is a fucking clown. He's a Wojak. You know, Vara Dark and Melanie Mac are still fucking cunts. And then we got Endymion, who's also a fucking dweeb. You know, he's Middle Eastern, like caping for fucking racist white people and fucking people that just hate people in general. Like, good job, dude. I'm sure they'll fucking give Middle Eastern people a thumbs up. When these motherfuckers are calling people, you know, racial slurs or calling them the sand N-word or whatever the fuck, I'm sure that they're going to fucking think about you and be like, you know what? That's the one good one. Fucking loser, man. I can't stand people like this. But there's other subjects to talk about today, and I'm just going to move on to them. All right, so this is another subject that I wanted to talk about. It's about video games falling off, and honestly, just presentation of games and like, you know, the coverage that they get, the gameplay details that they decide to divulge before they come out. Like, it's something that has been bugging me. It's been nagging at me for a while, and I would love to make it part of a podcast, even though it's something that we've talked about already. I think a little refresher on it would be nice. I'd love to talk with Anubis about this, but I want to go ahead and get this out of the way, you know, while it's fresh in my mind.
Have video games started falling off? A lot of video games made today are nowhere near as good as they were back in the day when the companies actually cared about making video games. No game has a lot of replay value in my opinion.
I know why this is the case though. You only getting 40%.
I'm sorry. Already I'm stopping. I can't even like let the whole thing finish. Like, because gaming is something that I really truly have a passion for, right? When I see people complaining about dumb things in games, and I'm not saying Gideon's doing this right now, let him cook for a second, but when I see people complaining about like silly things and dumb things in games, like it just lights a fire in me. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? This isn't even something that you do. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, when you play basketball and you know, somebody who doesn't play basketball just gets like they just stop playing as hard and shit like that. Like, bro, like what's going on? Like, this game sucks. Like, you don't even play like that. What do you mean it sucks? Come on, man. Just a little bit of fun. I don't know. Like, maybe that was a bad analogy. Erase the analogy. Let's just listen.
Games. There's no game
Also, look at this dude shaking his leg. He knows already he's unprepared.
has a lot of replay value in my opinion.
I know why this is the case though. You only getting 40% of the game now. Most of the stuff they putting in DLC now.
Video games is not falling off.
Why?
The
When does Street
consumer
Fighter 5 come out?
is falling off. People saying, what the this game ain't even completed. It's like, oh, we're going to buy this any way. So you got to answer with your wallets. Basically, why would the companies innovate when they know you're going to eat the patty any way?
There's not enough of us who's gonna be like, hey, yeah, I'm not playing this game, so y'all better go make a better one. They should just put more effort into their game and make a better game. They need to release a good game from the start. It doesn't matter that you know you can squeeze
Destiny
more
2.
money out of people. That's still the gaming companies being greedy. Therefore, video games are falling off. Have video.
So the reason why I disagree with this is because it just reeks of like, you know, sports game players, right? So like, here's the thing. I'm not saying that just because he has a Los Angeles Lakers shirt on. I'm saying that because I know that Gideon, I think, plays 2K and Madden and stuff like that, but he also plays some other things. Like, I gotta give him credit. Like, I'm not gonna say he doesn't play other games, but like, there's like a group of people, and I noticed there's like a group of black gamers that like seem to think that like they're like, you know, this interesting, like, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. You ever see somebody who doesn't need to wear glasses, but they wear glasses? They wear those fake glasses to look fucking smart. That's what it feels like when I hear people like Gideon talk, right? Not that he's trying to sound smart, but it's like he's trying to sound like a hardcore gamer or something. Now, here's the thing. You can say whatever you want about the gaming industry right now. I've heard a million things at this point. I heard that the gaming industry was going to crash like 3 years ago, and like here we are today. But if you look at games like Street Fighter 2, right? They said that you're only getting 40% of the game and games come out with DLC. This is Street Fighter 2, right? Street Fighter 2 roster. Let's take a look at this. Let's just do this. And with this roster, let's just assume that it comes with a stage per character, right? They'll never have the original Street Fighter 2, if you notice. Hold on a second. The original Street Fighter 2 roster. Because it's smaller. I don't know. Street Fighter 2 World Warrior. I guess that is Street Fighter 2, right? That can't be it because... No, it is Street Fighter 2. So Street Fighter 2 came out and its roster wasn't huge. Hold on. This is... God, it's really... I gotta click on this, but it's not big enough. Yeah, it's not gonna work for me. Hopefully you guys can see it well enough. But Street Fighter 2 did not have a huge roster. I think this is big enough. So it had Ryu, Honda, Blanca, Guile. Depending on where you are, this is M. Bison. But we call him Balrog. Vega, Ken. You see the people that are on here, right? And this is Super Street Fighter 2. This is a game that came out after Street Fighter 2. It's the same game, basically, but Super Street Fighter 2 added more characters. And this is the HD version. It added, who did it add? It added DJ, I think T-Hawk. DJ and T-Hawk, were those the only two? And I think it was a full price game back in the day. I don't know. I'm not that old. Like, I'll have to ask an OG. But they added 2 characters. And I think they added Fei Long too, right? Was Fei Long in Street Fighter 2? I gotta look back at that. Yeah, they added Fei Long, DJ, and they also added, what? T-Hawk. So they added 3 characters. And they also had a secret character, Akuma. And then many years later, they would release the HD version of it, Ultra Street Fighter 2. Like, these games were made in the 90s, by the way. Like, I need you guys to understand that. These games were made in the 90s, and they just released the final version of Street Fighter 2 a couple years back, Ultra Street Fighter 2. It was a meme release. They added 2 characters. They added Evil Ryu and Violent Ken. And, yeah, this is the complete roster of Street Fighter 2. But the thing is, these games you had to buy at full price. So I don't understand what Gideon's saying. Like, they say you get 40% of a game, but like, how could you make that argument when games always have done something like this, but charge you more money? I could look back at Devil May Cry 3, PS2. I'm not good at typing numbers on here. Devil May Cry 3, PS2, pretty good game, right? Evidently, you know, they had something going on where the US normal mode was the hard mode for Japan or whatever, something like that. I don't remember. But then they add Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition, which added another playable character, and it came out, I think, a year or 2 later. It was a full price game, and even something that might hit home for him, Madden 05. I don't know much about this. Or was it 07? I think it might have been 07. My brother played Madden, not me. So Madden 07 came out, obviously, in 07. There was a Hall of Fame edition. I don't know what the hell that entailed. Yep, this is the one. There was a Hall of Fame edition. I don't know, like, what happens in the Hall of Fame edition. Like, what exactly did they give you? I have no idea. But these new editions have been happening ever since, like, gaming has existed. Ever since there could be a Super Nintendo version of a game and a Genesis version of a game. They have had different versions that have had different things, that have cut content or added more content, or maybe they had all the content and even added more on top of that. Doom was like that. Like, there's so many different versions of Doom. It just happens, so I don't think that gaming has fell off. It just seems like it's a very bro thing to say nowadays, to be like, games have fell off because I had to pay for microtransactions or DLC. Nobody's making you pay for microtransactions, and DLC is definitely optional. If you feel like you got less of a game, then you could just get the game on discount. That's the way I feel. I kind of get the point where it's like, I don't want to have to keep paying for, like, $70 for a game. I paid what was it, like $80 for Street Fighter? No, I think I paid $70 for Street Fighter 6 with the season pass on CD keys. And I honestly understand what they mean. That's why I get shit from CD keys. Armored Core, I don't think Armored Core is that good. It's like a 7.5 or some shit. And I paid $45 for it. There's people that paid $60. But I don't believe that video games are falling off. But that's all I had to say on that. But there's another one that I wanted to talk about. And this just like fell on my desk a little bit ago. Hold on a second. Am I tripping? I'm trying to go to my shit. All right, so here's this. Spider-Man 2 comes out next month, and I still got no idea what this game plays like. Has the side content improved? Is there a new swinging trick system? How different is it from the last two? What is the gameplay loop outside of linear set piece? Where is the marketing? So I don't understand people like this, and Anubis has said something similar to this before, and I just don't understand it. I don't understand, like, what are you pressing about? Like, they showed us some gameplay. Obviously, they showed that, you know, there's new moves. They showed that there's new ways to traverse the city. You can, like, do this Batman Beyond shit where you could glide. You know, Venom powers, new powers for Miles Morales, and possibly a third playable character being Venom. Honestly, if that doesn't impress you, did you like the original Spider-Man? Because that's something that we really got to hash out in video games. We got to stop like harshing sequels and making them like transform themselves into something like that the original wasn't completely, right? I seen the same thing about God of War, where, well, not same thing, it's in a similar vein, where, like, you know, they said they had the same boat pushing animation or something like that. Like, it's something that I just don't understand. I don't get that world. Like, I'm excited to play Spider-Man 2 because of the new abilities. Like, that's what you play the sequel for. You want to play what the original game was, but in new areas, have new abilities. Like, I didn't play Tekken 2 after playing Tekken 1 just to be like, man, you know what? I hope this game has like a new side quest. I played Tekken 2 because I knew it was going to be an improvement of the original, right? And so far, this is an improvement. Like, the graphics definitely are a lot better, honestly. This is a game meant specifically for PS5, and yeah, like, we will see when the game comes out. God of War was pretty good. It didn't have that much marketing, but there's some devs you could just trust on some things, right? I don't trust Bethesda on everything because I love Arcane. I love Dishonored, but I don't love Redfall. That game was like, I don't know what happened with that game. I like Deathloop. I don't like Redfall, you know, but that isn't, Redfall isn't a sequel to Deathloop. Spider-Man 2 is a sequel to Spider-Man, so I think it'll be fine. But anyway, oh, wait a second. This game doesn't need any more marketing. It's already a system seller. Think there is a special state of play on the way. I mean, you're not wrong. I do already have it pre-ordered, so I'm part of the problem. Yeah, I mean, then what the fuck are you talking about? Like, are you sad that you pre-ordered a game that you know for sure you're going to enjoy because it's going to be like the last game you enjoyed? I just don't get that world, man. Like, I'm getting Tekken 8. I didn't care for Tekken 7, but I love Tekken as a series. I mean, you know, I played Tekken 8 a little bit, and it's a lot better than 7 to me. So I just don't understand that world. Maybe somebody can shine some light on that. I just can't really wrap my head around it, you know. But that's all I got for today. Maybe I'll have some more DNF stuff. Maybe I'll have some, oh, my dog snoring. Some Baldur's Gate stuff. Whenever Xfinity chooses to fix my fucking internet, maybe I'll stream it. Anyway, I'm out.